Continuing on part 3 of your review for your surface area and volume test. This one says lateral surface area or total surface area. So I'm going to do pH plus 2B. I'm going to have to do P. And when I do P, that is 10. And this number I'm going to get from the back side, which is 14, and here, so 10 plus 14 plus 15, which is 39. H, and if you're going to do these, you might want to name them. So you say triangular prism. So then H is the distance between the two triangles, which is 12. And so lateral surface is pH. And so I'm going to multiply 12 by 39. Which is 468. And that was 12 times 39. Okay. Then I'm going to do B, which is 1/2 little b little h, which is 1/2 little b is 15, and little h is 8. So there's a 15 in the h because the h has to be a perpendicular distance, which is 60. And so 2b equals 120. So I'm adding 468 plus 120, which would be 588 centimeters squared, and that's centimeters squared. So I wrote my formula. I showed my calculation of P. I put the H. I wrote my big B in the formula that I was going to use. Then I fill in and substitute in. And then I used my calculator, and then I calculated 2B and then added it. This is 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared. And the r is 3. And h is 14. So I wrote my formula. I only had 2 variables, and so I declared my variables. So lateral is 2 pi RH, which is 2 pi 3 times 14, which is 2 times 3.14 times 3 times 14 is 263.76. Centimeters squared. And then my 2 pi r squared, which is my 2 bases, is 2 pi 3 squared, 2 pi 9, 18 pi is 56.52. And I'm going to add 263.76 plus 56.52. And I'm going to have 320.28 centimeters squared. Again, I wrote my formula. I declared what my variables were. I split it apart, and I did the lateral part of it, because lateral is 2 pi RH. And so I calculated that, showing substitution. And then I wrote the second half, which would be the total formula is the total surface area, and calculated it out. Word problems. You're going to have to decide whether it's lateral surface area, total surface area, or volume. Max is wrapping a present. Wrapping is area. That is 18 centimeters long by 19 centimeters wide. What is the minimum amount of paper he needs? And I'm going to add that this is a rectangular prism. Okay? So this is PH plus 2B, and I can draw it. And I'm going to use my 10 as my height. Oh. Oh, okay. 9 centimeters, 18 centimeters long, 9 centimeters high, and 10 centimeters wide. Now, it doesn't actually matter because when you do this, because we're wrapping the entire thing, all you have to do is draw the picture, rectangular prisms, and be consistent. So I'm going to do my perimeter. So P is 10 plus 10 plus 18 plus 18, which is 56. My H is 9. So PH is 56 times 9. Big B is little b, little h, which is 10 times 18, which is 180. And so that's 2 times 180, that's 360. And 56 times 9 is 504. And so that is 864 centimeters squared because I'm doing surface area. Peanut Company packages dry roasted peanuts in a box in the shape of a triangular prism. What is the surface area of the box? It's total PH plus 2B. P is going around, which is 13, 13, and 20.8. Which is 46.8. H is the distance between, which is 18.2. Big B is 1/2 little b little h, which is 1/2, and I'm going to go back to here because I need the right angle. So 20.8 times, the height is 7.8, the height of the base. And so I go and multiply that out, and I get 81.12. So I get 46.8 times my height, which is 18.2, plus 2 times 81.12. So that's plus 162.24, and 46.8 times 18.2 is 851.76. Then I add the 162.24, and I get 1,114, and I'm doing surface area, so it's centimeters squared. The stairwell in a museum is the shape of a cylinder. The diameter is 20 feet, and the height is 100 feet, which makes radius is 10 feet. Needs the paint. Paint is covering area. Surface area needed to paint the inside only. Inside, so not here and not here. 2 pi RH, 2 pi 10 times 100, which is 2 times 3.14 times 10 times 100 is 6,280 feet squared because it's area. And that concludes part 3 of the review.